Hello everyone and welcome back to another painting. Today we're going to create a peaceful nature scene filled with soft mist, a quiet lake, graceful trees, wild yellow flowers, and a few beautiful rocks along the water's edge. I love the calm atmosphere of this landscape, the soft reflections on the lake, and the contrast between the delicate background and the more detailed foreground make the scene feel deep and almost dreamlike. So let's begin. I start by creating a soft, light gray for the sky, mixing white with a small amount of black and blue. I apply this color across the upper part of the canvas, keeping the layers smooth and soft. Then I slightly darken the mixture and use it to create the distant hills. I blend the lower part of the hills with a lighter tone so that they gradually disappear into the mist. This soft transition is important because it helps create the feeling of distance. I use the same soft gray from the sky for the lake as well. Keeping the colors connected between the sky and the water helps create a peaceful and harmonious atmosphere. Now I move on to the distant trees. For these trees, I mix blue, black, yellow, and a little white to create a muted, misty green. With firm but controlled brush strokes, I begin suggesting the shapes of trees in the background. I don't make these trees too sharp or detailed. At this distance, we only need to suggest their shapes. The softer they are, the farther away they will appear. I also add a very subtle reflection beneath them. First, I pull the color vertically downward from the trees, and then I soften it with horizontal strokes. This simple technique helps the reflection blend naturally into the surface of the lake. Next, I make my green slightly darker and begin defining some of the trees a little more clearly. I also prepare a soft, muted green and use it to build another layer of trees. On one side of the painting, I begin creating trees that are closer to us. Here I can use sharper colors and slightly more detail. And just as before, I create the reflections in the water. I first pull the colors downward with vertical strokes and then soften them with short horizontal marks. Reflections don't need to be perfectly mirrored. They become much more natural when they are broken and slightly disturbed by the movement of the water. Now I add some brighter white to my brush and begin defining the distant waterline and the soft highlights across the surface of the lake. For the foreground land, I create a deep earthy brown by mixing red, yellow, and black. I use this darker color to establish the shoreline. I also begin painting the beautiful trees growing along this part of the bank. Their trunks twist and overlap, creating an interesting and natural structure. With a liner brush, I add the thinner branches, allowing some of them to curve naturally and disappear behind the foliage. Then I lighten my mixture with white and add delicate patterns and highlights to the tree trunks. These lighter marks help give the trunks more texture and dimension without covering the darker areas underneath. Now it's time to build the foliage. I mix yellow and blue with a little black to create a natural green. Then, instead of brushing the leaves individually, I use a tapping motion. I load the brush with paint and gently tap it against the canvas. When the bristles spread slightly, they create beautiful, irregular shapes that naturally resemble clusters of leaves. But I don't place these marks randomly. I create denser areas where I want the foliage to feel fuller, and I leave some open spaces where the branches can still be seen through the leaves. This variation makes the trees feel much more natural and gives the painting a stronger sense of depth. Now I move down toward the ground. I begin with a dark green for the grasses and bushes beneath the trees, carrying them gradually toward the foreground. Then I add a lighter green over some of these areas to create highlights and bring the vegetation to life. For the grasses closest to us, I switch to a liner brush. I use long, curved strokes to create individual blades of grass. Some lean in different directions, while others overlap, giving the foreground a more natural and layered appearance. Next, I add a dark rock in the water using the same deep brown mixture from the shoreline. I carefully create its reflection beneath it, as well as the reflections of the rocks along the edge of the lake. Once the basic shapes are in place, I begin adding lighter colors to the rocks, working gradually from dark to light. I always leave some of the darker areas visible. Those shadows are what give the rocks their texture and three-dimensional appearance. And now for one of my favorite parts of this painting, the wild yellow flowers. I start with smaller, more concentrated flowers in the distance. As I move toward the foreground, I make them larger, more separated, and more noticeable. This change in size and spacing is a simple but effective way to create depth. In the closest part of the painting, I add more defined petals and brighter highlights so that the flowers feel almost within reach. Finally, I go back through the entire painting and add the finishing details. I strengthen a few highlights on the rocks, refine some of the tree branches and leaves, add a few more grasses in the foreground, and place the final touches on the reflections in the water. These small details may seem simple, but they are what bring the whole landscape together. And with that, our peaceful lakeside scene is complete. I hope you enjoyed watching this painting come to life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Until the next painting, take care, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.